When you build out a van or a schoolie, most people have this end goal and idea of living off-grid, meaning you're not connected to publicly or privately managed utilities such as gas, electricity, or water, and rely solely on the energy generated from your household solar and battery storage system. It's said that living off-grid allows you to stay at the gold mine of beautiful free places, secluded away from the rest of the world. But is it really all that it's cracked up to be? And are the sacrifices you have to make to live off-grid really worth it?
I just got it on my foot.
Today we're going to take you through a regular day of our lives living off-grid in a school bus. How we do it, what it's like, what we've learned along the way, and how you can do it too.
First things first, I have to take care of my women. I grab Kelsey a coffee, and then we feed Pippa. Here you go, my love. Need some food? So Kelsey will stay there now for approximately 30 minutes while she drinks her coffee. So while Kelsey is getting herself ready to tackle the day, I usually set up the workstation. I find personally for me, I'm way more productive in the mornings right when I wake up. So in the mornings, I like to sit down, get most of my editing done. So I'm gonna get this set up and then get a little bit of work done. So then I hand the reins over to Kelsey. She does her magic. And I make myself breakfast. You gotta love the honey. Alright, maybe that's a little bit too much.
Then we normally get in a fight because Jay likes to make really loud chewing noises directly behind me.
And then Pippa is always waiting for food.
How do you say no to that face, though? How do you say no?
And then I try and always do my first workout of the day before like 11 o'clock. Alright, so now I'm all set up, ready to work out. So I'll hit this for probably about an hour, and then the real day can begin.
We recently upgraded from gel batteries to Dakota lithium. Between upgrading batteries and installing a DC to DC charger, which allows to charge our solar batteries from our alternator, we now generate enough solar to stay off grid and work without having to worry.
Kelsey, how's the editing going?
Awesome. It's gonna be a good one.
Alright, so that's the workout done. Now I'm gonna go outside, cool down for a second, stretch, but I'm gonna leave you guys there. You don't need to see me half naked, sweaty. Alright, back with you. So Kelsey's still in her happy place editing, and I gotta run around outside. I got a few chores that I gotta do. So I'm gonna take you guys with me, show you like the typical daily chores living in a bus conversion. So first up on the list, I got to fill up our water tanks. So this is something on the road that you just have to be wary of. So we pulled into this spot and I noticed that there was water spigots. So in my mind that means we can take long showers, we can use as much water as we want, because then as soon as we're empty, we just plug in and fill up. So it's just like a case of just being more conscious on how much water you use and knowing when the next place you can fill up is. So it's pretty simple the way I know how long to fill it up. I just open the back door. Here's the tank. I just watch it until it's full. Very simple. So we have 100 gallons of fresh water. It just comes in this gravity-fed pipe. It fills like a tank. Alright, so that's pretty much topped up. I'm gonna turn this off and then it's on to the next thing.
100 gallons lasts us about 10 days with us showering every other day. If you're planning on boondocking, you most likely will not be able to shower daily. It's just one of those things you think is a big deal until you get used to it.
And while we're down here, we've actually got some new patrons to add to the list. So shout out to you guys, Bradley and Tom. Welcome aboard. We'll put a card up here to our Patreon. So on our Patreon we offer monthly live hangouts where you can ask us questions, or we can just chat. Lots of exclusive behind the scenes content. Some really cool things on there, so go check it out. So we recently installed a diesel heater. There's just a few little things that I've got buttoned up. I didn't have any bolts at the time, so I just cable tied a few things. So I just gotta go and secure those and make them a little bit safer. And I'm pretty sure that I'm crawling around in an ant's nest right now. But you gotta get it done. This is the reality of bus life. So I had to jerry rig this a little bit with a cable tie. So this is just the exhaust from the diesel heater. So I just need to put a bolt in here real quick.
Hi guys, future me here. I just wanted to pop in and say that this diesel heater has come in clutch for us already while living off-grid. We have a tiny stove as well, but for those days when we don't want to get out of bed, we just want to heat up the bus really quickly, we can literally go to the end of our bed, heat it up, and it's just really come in clutch for us. It's kind of crazy because when we first started our build, this wasn't even an option for us. I think the only model they had was about $2,000 or something ridiculous like that. This whole setup was just $150, and we will link it below, so if you want to check it out, if you're planning on living off-grid, in a van, a tiny home, or anything like that, just feel free to check it out, especially if your baby's like us and hate the cold.
Done. Next up, we're going on the roof. So while I'm up here cleaning the panels, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Vote Solar. But more on them in a little bit. First, I'm going to ring the king of solar. Hey! So I was just cleaning my solar panels and I thought, who better to call about solar energy than the king of solar himself?
Jamie, you're not going to believe this, but I was actually just cleaning my solar panels. They're covered in some kind of like crazy, ridiculous pollen worms.
Mine too. I had the same issue.
So what can I do for you?
How important is solar to you guys?
So solar is incredibly important to us. It allows us to live completely off-grid in our bus conversion. That means that we can basically travel anywhere we want, and as long as there's abundant sun, we get to live completely off the grid, not using any carbon to power our whole house. We use it to heat water, we use it to cook, and we even use it to air condition and heat sometimes.
That must feel like so like empowering to know that like you are producing the energy. You don't need to plug into anywhere else, and you have everything you need literally on your roof.
For us, it really equates to one word, and it's like the most American word that I know of, and that's freedom. We don't have to be tied to the electric grid. We don't have to pay utility bills when we're living off grid, and we don't have to hurt the climate with our electrical consumption. Now, of course, we drive a diesel bus, you do it too. Nobody's perfect, but being able to have solar power for us is critical. We could not have this lifestyle. It wouldn't be the same for us if we didn't have solar power.
All right, I know you're a busy guy, so I'll let you go, but thanks for jumping on the call and letting people see the real king of solar.
Alright, buddy.
Alright, buddy.
Talking to you.
I'll see you soon.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, so for those of you who don't know, that was Justin from Gilligan Phantom. He's got like 2,000 watts on his roof. He's got a really impressive solar setup on his rig. But back to the sponsor of the video, Vote Solar. They do incredible stuff on educating people on how they can go to solar. So there'll be a link in the description if you want to learn more about how you can transfer over to solar energy, or just learn more about solar in general. So as you can see, in this community, solar is very important. It allows you to go to some really cool remote places and generate your own power. So this mirror here has been bugging me for months. It was never in the right position, and I had to always lean forward or lean back to view it. So I finally just got around to adjusting it. And then every now and then, I check the oil. Full. So every now and then, I just check the oil and all the levels, just to make sure we're on the right track.
If I keep feeding you every time you ask me, you're gonna get really fat. But you're also really cute, and I don't want to make you upset right now. Oh, okay, I'll give you food. Let's give me kisses, please. Kisses, please. Is this what you want? Kisses done. Let's give me kisses. Let's give me more.
Alright, lunchtime!
Oh, my love.
Thank
The
you.
best meal of a horse.
Grubs up. So on the menu we have the glorious mac and cheese. Staple to everyone's diet. Chelsea's cleaning Pippa's poop. And that reminds me, I forgot to do one chore. It's the one chore that I always put off for the longest time.
Okay, the toilet is definitely our least favorite thing about living off-grid. At the end of the day, there's nothing glorifying about cleaning up your own shit. It's just one of those things you have to deal with if you want to live this lifestyle.
So this is the stuff we use now. We used to use peat moss, but this stuff just seems to work way better. It takes up so much less room in the bus.
It's getting a little out of control now. You need more foodies? You're so cute. I can't say no to you. I just can't say no to you. I'll give you some more.
Alright, that's the chores done for the day. Apart from when Kelsey's gonna maybe do the washing up later.
So now Jay is editing our video and I'm going to start cooking dinner. It's about 4 o'clock now. So yeah, basically not much to report on in these days besides working and eating and working out. That's really all we do. Our days off grid look a lot like this one here today.
Nice vegetable curry. Some curry.
Dinner time! Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Go eat outside and look at the horsies.
It's a pretty simple life once you get the hang of it, but one we've absolutely fallen in love with.
Sunshine, my only sunshine. Who's that pretty girl in the mirror? That's you! You're just the prettiest girl, not you. When will my...
She's over it.